Ooh, right, let's do this. Artist Guild collab. I just need to find a blank page here to do this with. This is all from 2000. Geez, I've done a lot. Okay. Oh, hello. That's like perfect. This is this year's stuff. Yes. How come I've not developed this one? Well, this makes things a lot more easier. I was going to be creating a completely brand new thing, but I've kind of got a bit of a blank canvas right here. I mean, I did do a little bit of a pose here, and I might change up some of the pose, but this is kind of what I need. And the pose is actually quite decent. I guess I will be using this one. Everyone, it's AJ and I am back with another video. As I said in the introduction, I am doing a new at the Artist Guild collab this time, and I am actually going to be doing, it's a KEMONOMIMI. I've kind of already done a bit of like sort of roughing it, but I've found this one which I haven't actually like come up with anything for it yet. So I'm going to use this one because I really like the pose, and I think I quite liked it, but I'm not sure why I didn't finish it. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a video about this and a bit about the Artist Guild collab. So I hope you enjoy and will continue to watch. I'm going to go into voiceover though and do it as a voiceover rather than me trying to ad-lib as I do this, just purely because I need to rest my voice a little bit, because as you can tell it's starting to go a little, so I need to sort of rest that since my job involves me being able to talk for 9 hours. So yeah, this is going to be shortened down and done that way. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this little video as I progress with it and talk about some of the design choices and things. So to begin, I wanted to just say that I have done quite a few different sort of redraws of this. I think at last count I have probably done maybe 4 of these where I've just redrawn them and like kind of just added bits of details and stuff. Initially the idea was that this character was in a sort of training sort of clothes and things like that, so the sort of clothes that she would use during training and stuff. And originally when I designed the character, she had like these puffy sort of almost ninja style pants and things, and that's kind of like I kind of missed that on the first sort of go round when I did that first initial design, and then I decided in the next design after that to actually include those in, and I feel as though it was much better. I really like the form of this character, and I actually did work on some of the sort of anatomy and stuff before it looks as though she was a bit off balance and things, although her character does suggest that she is like always on her toes and she might always look as though she is slightly off balance. But I did kind of tweak the pose. I went onto the computer and did some like digital tweaking of the initial sort of sketch that I did, and then I managed to finally sort of get to a pose that I really liked, and it kind of like has this nice sort of arc type thing where a foot's on the ground. I'm kind of, whilst I'm doing this voiceover, standing up, and I'm actually kind of trying to show you as I'm, you know, doing the voiceover, and I'm like thinking to myself now, well, hang on a minute, you can't actually see that because it's I'm obviously doing this and you can't actually see me do it. But yeah, that's beside the point. But yeah, so she's kind of like sort of on one leg almost, with a bit of balance, getting a bit of balance and stuff, and that's kind of where I got that sort of arcing pose, as though she's having to sort of counteract herself, and that's where I came up with this. And I really enjoyed this pose. I like to thank Meanston for going through some of the poses with me and doing that when I was doing the sort of designing stage. So this is the sort of thing about my designing stage, and I think I want to elaborate a bit more on this stage of my process this time round, just because I feel as though I kind of don't really say much about it. You kind of see me do maybe one design thing, and because obviously it will just make the video really long. I mean, it doesn't take me too long to do one design thing, but it might take me mounting it up, it can take quite a bit of time. So I'll probably like spend about an hour and a half doing like different designs and things like that. And the way I do it is I do like the sort of base thing. I'll then scan it in on the computer and print it off, and then sort of go over it and make tweaks and things and stuff. I mean, people might call that cheating, but the way I see it is I've drawn that particular image, so it's not cheating. I'm not tracing it or anything like that. I'm actually using my own drawings that I have done, which is what I did when I found that drawing in the sketchbook. So yeah, I kind of will go through like 3 or 4 maybe different design phases. A lot of the YouTube videos and tutorial videos by the likes of Drawer Jazza and other YouTubers will kind of say that you kind of don't want to settle on maybe your first design. You're sort of like making like sketches and stuff, so I don't really tend to thumbnail as much as I probably should do. But yeah, that's sort of like where I am with the sort of design process. I might do a little video series on a sort of design to final colour process, and sort of like do that as a nice little series when I get some more time. Because guess what? I have actually managed to record this 2 weeks before it's going to be live on my YouTube channel. So I'm actually 2 videos ahead at the moment with this, which I'm really happy with. So I'm recording this on the 21st of July. It's actually going to be on like the 1st of August that I post this, so that's quite cool. Moving on to the colour, I decided to take a step back from my current sort of style that I've been going with the watercolours and things, and I went back to my markers, and I really enjoyed just going back to the markers, almost going back to the sort of roots. I really love the way the markers blend, and I use these Spectrum Noir markers for this, and it is sort of just like nice how they manage to blend. I mean, I'm not using any specific paper or anything, I'm just using cardstock, which is quite a thick cardstock. It's about a 200 or something or other GSM, and it just really helps. And I just bought it cheaply from the range. It's like packed for about £1 something or other, so it's not too much either. And I just use that, and I can print that through on my printer and stuff. And I just sort of like started layering up the initial sort of skin tones. I wanted to get them down because they were going to be the lightest part really of the whole piece. Although I did go for a sort of darker toned skin tone, which I'm really happy with how that actually turned out in the end. And then sticking through, because she is sort of like almost like a sort of ninja character type thing. She does things in the secret and stuff. I wanted her to have like the sort of black get up for the training get up and things, and also she does have black hair, which I am notoriously have a challenge for doing. And I actually am really happy with the way I managed to use the blacks and greys in order to do this. I think I managed to get a decent sort of shadow effect on the trousers or pants, however you want to say it. And also I'm just overall really happy with it. I then decided that I was going to add just a touch of colour. I've done another character before called Eritea or Entrano or something. I can't remember what the name is now. It begins with an E. I'd have to look it up before I could actually see it. And she's got like these sort of greens and oranges in her garb, and they are sort of like really good friends. So I figured to like almost tie in with that character, I would bring that sort of orange in. So it's something that she's been given to because this other character has kind of like entrusted this character in like guardianship of the entire Fey realm in the story. Which brings me on, this is actually a character from one of my stories. Her name is Tyrell, and that is actually spelled no, I can't remember what it's spelled, like T-Y RL or something like that, I think. But she's got a twin brother as well, and she's they're sort of co-guardians, but she will go into different realms and things like that, which she's not actually meant to do. So she's a bit of a rogue sort of character, and I really like this sort of characterization that I've done for her. So she will start to appear in some of the novels that I have, light novels and things that I have been working on. So watch out for Tyrrell in future sort of publications and stuff as well. Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed making the character for the Artist Guild collab. I always enjoy participating. This is my second one this year actually, and I really have enjoyed making doing these. It's kind of like been a bit of a drive for me to be able to get things on. I did take a bit of a break in June and didn't do one in June, but I had been doing other things as well. So let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like if you like the video. If you didn't like the video, tell me why you didn't like it, and maybe I can look to do what I'm doing. But I'm kind of just doing things that I really want to do, and just sort of like not really focusing, like having too much sort of dramatic thought on what it is that I am putting up. But kind of like just going with the flow and things. So let me know what you think. I am thoroughly enjoying that sort of YouTube journey at the moment, and I hope that comes across in my videos as well. One last thing, if you could please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification, that is always greatly appreciated. So if you do hit the bell notification, it means you get a little notification to tell you when I post videos, which, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm kind of doing a bit of a theme now. Sort of a video every Saturday at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. British time, that is. So yeah, that is something that I am really sort of trying to do as well. I'm trying to keep that sort of consistency going as well. So what I'll say is, until next time, I'll see you later.